Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to do a brow tutorial today, and I feel like this is one of my favorite things to do when it comes to makeup. Like, everybody has different brows, and I think it's so cool that there's so many different ways to do your brows. There's Instagram brows, natural brows, the feather brows. I don't know how I feel about that. I think they're pretty dope, but like, I don't know, like, would I wear them out? No. And the girl who made them, it like started out as a joke, but the fact that it became this really cool trend, I think it's super cool. But anyway, so back to the topic. I'm really excited to do this brow tutorial because I have had a lot of questions over the years of how I do my brows. And when I first started doing brows, they were disgusting. Like, the front was not faded, it was just a brick, and I did not know what I was doing. And just to see, like, myself, how I escalated over, like, the years of doing my brows is, like, crazy. Like, if I can find an old picture, I'll put it in here, but if I can't, I didn't take a lot of pictures back then, so we might be beat. Okay, so that's enough rambling. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's get to it. Okay, so to start off, I'm using my mini Anastasia eyebrow brush. It has a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other. And I always use the spoolie first to brush my brows up. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. Then I go ahead and I take the end with some product on it. And I create a line starting from the front and work my way back, but on the bottom of my eyebrow. When I'm done with the bottom line, I go ahead and start from not the complete front, but I do almost the center, and I just kind of fill in the sparse areas with some more of the pomade just to kind of get it to look less sparse. When I'm done with that, I go ahead and get more product, and I start with the same exact area on the front, and I go ahead and create the top arch. I have decently good shaped eyebrows, so for me to make the arch, it isn't that bad, but for people who don't have any shape of an eyebrow at all, it could be a little bit more difficult for you. But don't give up. It's not really that hard if you just keep trying and, you know, figure out what eyebrow shape looks best on you. Now I take the spoolie, and this just helps so that the product isn't laying right on top of my brow hairs. It's kind of like getting into the brow. Now that I basically have my shape, I like to go in and fill in all the blank areas, like right here at the top. And this right here I like to fade, and I will show you how to do that in a second. I'm using a really light hand because the tiniest strokes can do so much. You definitely don't want to go heavy with this stuff because it can get really dark. So now just going back with the spoolie, I always brush the front end up and the rest sort of with an angled back. Now I go back with the Dip Brow Pomade and create the slightest line on the front of my brow. That way it makes my eyebrow almost even in a way, because without that it like doesn't look level, if that makes sense. Now I'd like to create little hair-like strokes with the rest of the product that's on my brush in the beginning of my brow, just to create more definition in the front of it. Now I distribute that product through my brow using the spoolie. Now to me right now, my eyebrows look so bad. Like, this was the old compared to now. But I always go in with concealer because I like the style of Instagram brows, and that is how I do my brows almost every day. if I wanted to do a natural brow look, I would not even go in with this dip brow pomade. I would go in with a regular brow pencil. I think that's so much better for a natural brow look. So now I go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral and a small, really thin angled brush. And I apply some of the concealer onto the brush like so. And I go ahead and outline my brow starting with the bottom. Now that I have the concealer underneath my brow, I clean off the excess concealer from the brush and I just kind of blend it downwards. I'm so indecisive with my brows, so I'm going to go ahead and go back in with some of the dip brow and just follow that line I basically just made with the concealer with a super light hand. I just created the tiniest line, that way I can brush it through my brow. Now going back in with the concealer and the concealer brush, I apply a little bit more and go over the top. Now I'm just going to blend and do the same exact thing I did with the bottom. As you guys can see, the little areas in here that are too light, I go back in just like we did with the bottom and I fill them in with more of the pomade. My brows are feeling really thick today, but that's okay. I kind of like it. They haven't been thick in a while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish the other brow off of camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is it. I'm not actually really satisfied with my brows today, but I mean, hey, they're super thick and I normally do them a lot thinner, but I'm not mad. I'm kind of living for them. Okay, let's be real. My front is like faded decently well. My arch is pretty good. We can't be mad. So these are my eyebrows for today, and they're not the best eyebrows I've ever done, but I'm actually like kind of satisfied with them. So I just want to make a disclaimer at the end of this video saying that my eyebrows are my eyebrows. I know a lot of people don't like when girls paint on their eyebrows or do their eyebrows or whatever. Makeup is a way to express yourself, and if you want to wear feather brows out, if you want to wear Instagram brows out, if you want to wear natural brows out, do whatever you want to do. It is you and you're expressing yourself. So I actually really like the way they came out today. I normally don't do them this thick, but I actually kind of like it. My brows change every single day, and I just wanted to let you guys know that because most of the time they look decently the same, but sometimes they're thicker or thinner than other days, and I just feel like you should be able to do them however you want. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it.